In this video, I want to discuss the activity log and message archive, its uses, ways to filter, and differences between notes. So here you can see when you're in a specific claim, each claim basically has the equivalent of a claim diary or claim notes. And in ClaimWizard, we differentiate between your activity log and message archive and notes, and you can see down here. I'll explain the difference in a moment. Basically, everything in ClaimWizard that happens gets logged and documented automatically in the system, and there are multiple ways that that happens. I'll walk you through the ways. The first way to get information into this activity log diary of ClaimWizard is to manually enter it. Anywhere you're in a claim, so if we go back up home and to open claims, you're going to see here an update button. Usually it's a blue up arrow or a blue button that says update. Anytime you hit this, no matter where you are in the system, you can click that button and it is going to ask you for a log entry. This is the activity log entry that goes on here. This is what has happened. So this is where we put kind of a reminder. This is the past tense. This is not a reminder for something that's coming up, meeting, notification, anything like that. This is what's happened in the past. We also do record the effective date. So you may have had a meeting yesterday, but you're recording it today. So we do record both of those dates. So maybe I'm recording this today or altering it, but maybe it's a meeting that I had on Friday. Is this entry public? Of course, anytime you see the little I information, you can hover to discover there. Anything that is marked as public is viewable on the client portal if that option is enabled. If you are tracking time with this, you can actually choose your time. Maybe it took you 1 hour and 15 minutes to do something, and I am going to bill it for myself. And is it billable? Yes or no? With this, there aren't a ton of companies, honestly, that use this, but it can be extremely useful. If you've been asked to do this time tracking through your management or the owner of the company, please follow their directions. I'm just here to show you how to use it. So sometimes we as business owners want to track how long things take to get accomplished, whether or not we are billing for them, so that we can see our actual sunk time on a claim or project. So here, right here, this would be 1 hour and 15 minutes to do something. Is it billable? Yes or no? Completely up to you. And then you can select a claim activity. This is set up in the back end of ClaimWizard. So if there's things here that you don't need or things here that you believe should be there, all this does is you can have it requested through the management or ownership of your company. But all this is that it is basically typing ahead the text for you so that it is consistent verbiage. Like, for example, so right for voicemail, you might want to call and let somebody left a voicemail LVM. It might be voicemail. It might be one word. It might be left LVM. So you can see how the terminology can get very different depending on who's doing this. So that's the one example that I always like to give, that you might want to ask your management or ownership to actually put something in here that says left voicemail, because what that does is it makes it a lot more consistent for reporting purposes. That is saved, it is put into that particular claim, and it will be in the record. If I had add entry, you will see the exact same pop-up screen show up. So we can do that. We can just put something in here and hit save entry. There are 3 other options up here which we won't get into in this video. And close. And here you can see we have, because we backdated it, right? So we said on February 20th, we left a test message for the video. Today I had assigned adjusters, etc. So that is one way to get information into the claim. So another way that information gets into the system is automatically. You can see here, I put in earlier today, I put in that I made an assignment on this claim for a public adjuster. Now, just to show you what that looks like, I will go in and I will add another. I'm going to add another adjuster to this claim. And if I go to the activity log and message archive, might have to hit refresh, you can see here that I've done the action, but the fact that I did the action was automatically documented. And this happens to a lot of things. If you go through and scroll, you can see disbursements are automatically added. This is another activity log template There are lots of information here. We have moved ownership of a claim. So every single piece of the claim that data that gets changed is trackable. Here you can see an action item was completed by Jennifer on August 22nd at 11:50 a.m. the local time zone, and you can see action item completed, action item completed. So this is your entire claim diary that goes on within the system. Now, if you choose that you want to hide some things, maybe there's a lot of file uploads and you want to hide those, or as emails come into the system, they are kept separately. So I will say there are no emails in the system here, but that would be the full email. When this is a big point that people get confused, is that they think when they upload and use the digital archive of an email into the claim itself, that when it's in here, if you click on it, it gets cut off because we can only hold so many characters in the preview. That's not saying that your actual email was cut off. You have to click onto the email tab because this is where we actually keep the email in its entirety with all of its routing data and attachments, etc. But if there's too many emails and you choose that you don't want to see it, you can pick and choose what you want to show. The other thing about this is if you click on the information, you will get a bigger, I guess, a drop down of what's actually in there. You can see if right now we're showing one page, 21 rows. If I wanted to do all, which I suspect is all 21 rows, but you can show all, auto, or however you want that it'll show for your screen. One thing you can do is you can print the log and it'll give you a print dialog. Whatever printer your web browser is set up to, that's what it will default to. And you can also open this up in a PDF. So I will open this up quickly so that you can see what it looks like. This is the PDF that was given to me and opened in my web browser, so you can actually get some basic claim information, a carrier and client information, and a complete dump of all of the activity logs in the system. You can also go to Doc Builder, and here you can see you can toggle on and off, but the information that I just showed you would show here either all entries or public entries in there. And you can generate that if you're looking for a more robust version of your activity log.